Let me just read out the definition that, as we got it from the government, it was released overnight. This new definition, which comes into force today, extremism is, quote, the promotion or advancement of an ideology based on violence, hatred, or intolerance. So good, so far so good, that aims to, 1, negate or destroy the fundamental rights and freedoms of others, or 2, undermine, overturn, or replace the UK's system of liberal parliamentary democracy and democratic rights, or 3, this is the key new bit, intentionally create a permissive environment for others to achieve the results in 1 or 2.
The government has unveiled the new extremism definition, and it's not good, guys. The consequences will not be good. Let's just go over the definitions again, all right? Let's start with the old definition. According to Google, in 2011, the government's prevent strategy defined extremism as the active opposition to fundamental British values, including democracy, the rule of law, individual liberty, and the mutual respect and tolerance of different faiths and beliefs. That's what she just said. And the new definition is, you can find it on gov.uk. According to the new definition, which came out yesterday, extremism is the promotion of advancement of an ideology based on violence, hatred, or intolerance that aims to, 1, negate or destroy the fundamental rights and freedoms of others, or 2, undermine, overturn, or replace the UK system of liberal parliamentary democracy and democratic rights, or 3, intentionally create a permissive environment for others to achieve the results in 1 or 2. What was wrong with the old definition? What are these guys up to right now? What are these guys up to? This is what I want to know. Okay, guys. Personally, I prefer the old definition. There was nothing wrong with it. You've heard the new definition. Now let's see if it applies to me. Someone like me. I'm a Christian. The ideology that I believe in, I'm sure you guys know already, is Christianity. As a Christian, I think abortion, same-sex marriage, homosexuality is a sin. However, bear in mind, Jesus Christ also says that hating a person is a sin. There's a big difference between hating the sin and hating the person. As Christians, we are called to hate the sin, not the person, guys. All right? So, because I think abortion, homosexuality, same-sex marriage, corn, violent, over-sexualized music is evil and a sin, does that make me an extremist against people who believe otherwise? Does that make my ideology extremist? What about the atheist, the LGBTQ, the Muslim that hates Christianity for whatever reason? Does that make their ideology extremist? Hatred means intense dislike. So what degree of dislike could be regarded as acceptable? And more importantly, who decides that? Are we allowed to vocalize our dislikes? Is there a way of vocalizing our dislikes that will not be perceived as hatred? And again, who will decide that? I want abortion, sex education, and same-sex relationships to become illegal, guys. Does this mean I want to negate or destroy the fundamental rights and freedoms of others? Personally, I don't think these are good freedoms and rights. To be honest, I think they are evil freedoms and rights. That's what I honestly think. I want OnlyFans, corn, no-fault divorce, violent and over-sexualized music to be made illegal. Does this mean, according to the third part of this definition, that I am intentionally creating a permissive environment for others to achieve the results in parts 1 and 2 of the definition, which is to negate, destroy, undermine, and overturn? Here's the truth. According to this definition, aside from violence, because I do agree that if an ideology calls for violence against a certain group of people, then I'm sorry, but that ideology is extremist. That ideology is extremist and needs to be stopped. So aside from violence, under this definition, any ideology could be regarded as extremist against a specific group of people that don't hold similar views. Right? Make no mistake, guys. This definition is extremely dangerous. Like I said, I prefer the old definition personally. This definition to me is too vague, unclear, and open for interpretation. The only logical question to ask now is, who decides? Given how open to interpretation this definition is, who decides? Who decides who's an extremist and who isn't? Is it the Christian who thinks abortion is murder? The Muslim, the feminist, the atheist, the Hindu, Sikh? The obvious answer is the government. Exactly. The secular government decides. The secular government is clearly the new God. The secular government is clearly the new religion. Why? Because the implications of this definition makes the government the arbiters of morality. The problem for the Christian is that secularism has since the 17th century produced ideologies that, to be honest with you, are anti-Christian, like evolution, feminism, Marxism, LGBTQ, wokeism, just to mention a few. And as a result, these ideologies have gradually produced people who are more and more hostile towards Christian belief and values. I mean, look around you. Everyone hates Christianity. What am I saying? I'm saying that when the government has to make a decision as to who's an extremist and who's not, according to this definition, they are going to side with the groups that side with their beliefs. For example, feminists. They're going to side with feminists than with Christians, who clearly are in opposition. So to me, guys, this is nothing more than another step by secularism to oppose, undermine, and attack Christianity. Okay, guys, listen, I hope you enjoyed the reaction. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.